Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. This is so exciting. I've got the Bulletproof Queen, Mikaela, on here, as well as her partner in crime for this big event that they're going to share, Kristy. So I'm going to let them just start and talk about their big why behind creating Minding My Business live event. So go for it.
All right. Well, first off, my name is Kristy Hess Herndon. I am the owner of Creative Crowns Beauty. I service women with natural hair care up to hair extensions, hair replacements. I also have Creative Crowns Beauty Supply. It is an online store, so you can shop at the convenience of your own home. A lot of people, are not comfortable with still going out shopping. So I offer everything that you can get in your local beauty supply store. You can shop at the convenience of your own home. Um, Me and Mikaela decided to start minding my own business, networking brunches, because me, as a business owner, I've been in business for myself for 15 years now, and there's always a struggle to find ways to build your business.
Mhm.
It's hard to find people that wants to share information with you, so you're kind of lost out there and you don't know which way to go. I've been to other networking events, and I just saw things that I wanted to take away from the event that I didn't get there, like networking. How do you learn how to network? Because in order to network, that's how you're going to build your business.
Mhm.
What can I get from this event? What tips can you give me to help me grow my business that will make me want to reach back out to you later in the future, as a mentor or whatever, to help me grow my business? So it's just, I think it's a need, especially right now. Women are losing their jobs. Women like me who are trying to have multiple businesses, you don't
Mhm.
quite know how to manage your time, or just other ways to kind of grow, and
Mhm.
have different businesses and different streams of income. So I feel like when you can have networking events where women are willing to share information, and
Yes.
to grow with you, then ultimately you have, no reason but to grow, in the end. So that's why I wanted to start minding my business.
Love it. Well, I'm excited for us to keep connecting. I think it's fun that this is the first time we've connected before we actually go do this event. So,
Hmm.
hugs.
Awesome.
All right, Michaela, for you.
So for me, minding my business really is just everything that the name entitles. It's minding my business is kind of taking accountability for yourself and giving yourself that time to grow and develop and become 1% better every day. If we're not striving to become 1% better every day, then we're stagnant. And so you don't get anywhere without growth. So that is kind of the reason behind
Absolutely.
it. Not worrying about what other people think. Sometimes
Yes.
it might look lame to go to these events, especially for Generation Z and millennials. Like, we're typically not attracted to things that don't got good music. We're not attracted to things that we have to sit and listen to people talk. But our elders and people that are more knowledgeable in these areas can really pour into us and really make a difference. And I think just kind of bridging the gap between older CEOs and up and coming boss babes, like, we can do so much more together than when we work apart. So the whole event is really targeted around unity, really targeted around bringing women together and supporting each other. That's another thing. Women, ladies, we have to support each other and not hate on each other. We can't tear each other down.
Hmm.
So just a safe space that we can really make an impact, and hopefully if you're not going to go away at least with 5 to 10 new tips to implement into your business, at least you'll go away full and happy.
Yeah. So, why do both of you feel it's so important to invest in yourself, into each other, into people out into the community? Why is that such a big why that you're trying to get across?
Well, with me, just personal experiences when I have invested in myself and in my business. For example, I'm in the beauty industry. When I take the time and I take business classes or other classes to help me build my skill and my craft, ultimately down the line, I make more money. So I'm paying to get this information, but my bottom line ultimately is going up because I have something that the next person does not offer. So I've seen it, as an up and coming business owner, how when you invest in yourself, ultimately the return will be great. As far as investing in yourself as a person, it's just know that you have.
We lost her.
Oh no. She'll definitely be back.
She'll be back. Mikaela, you can go right into it, and then I'll add her back.
I mean, just like what Kristy was saying, just kind of investing in yourself as a person is so important. Like I said, I'm growth oriented. That's what I care about. That's something that Kristy and I both have common ground with. I think that more so than anything, why you need to invest in yourself is to become better. Because with even just within the pandemic, and I had terrible like financial struggles and things that I went through. So becoming your own boss and being in control of your financial situation is just such a breath of fresh air. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy being your own boss because you are in control and you sign your own paycheck. However, the return on that investment is so great. And just to see things and these opportunities unfold before me while I've taken the time to invest in myself has just proved like monumental. And being able to partner with Kristy, who has so much business experience, and just really putting myself out there. My background is not in business. I did not go to school. And I went to school to become a forensic pathologist. So that was my angle. However, it didn't happen that way. And I started to find passion and a love for the things that were around me and just kind of what my calling was, stepping into your purpose. So that is why.
Well, I think it's so beautiful too that you are learning from people that have more wisdom in the area that you want to go and become, and letting down the walls of being stubborn and trying to figure it all out on your own is such a wise move. Trust me, the more that you just say, you know what, I don't know how to do this yet, so I'm going to, she's back.
Sorry, guys.
Saying that when it's so wise of Mikaela to learn from someone like you who has been in business for 15 years, because I know in the beginning you try to figure it all out on your own, and then that stubborn nature is like, man, this is taking a lot longer. Like, why don't I just let this guard down and say, yo, I need help. Like, I don't know what you know. Can you like help? Can I help you? And it's a give and take. It's not always, can I pick your brain?
Right. And I also feel like, I'm sorry. Even when you've been in business for 15 years, you never stop learning. Things change constantly, trends change. So you have to constantly invest in yourself to stay up, with everything else that's going on.
Well, and they say that you are the makeup of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. Which is huge. And sometimes you may look at your circle and be like, oh, like maybe I need to fix it. Or other times, like, man, I love my circle. But I believe that your circle isn't always the people that you're surrounded with, like next to. It could be the books you read. It can be the conferences you attend. It can be the podcast you're listening to. It can be conversations like these. How important do you both believe that being surrounded by people to elevate you and bring you to that becoming level is, for business, for life, for relationships, you name it?
Well, I think it can definitely be important on the aspect, especially as far as building a business. On that aspect, I feel like you need a network of people to be successful in order to grow. But if you're working on yourself, I don't think you necessarily need people for that. You need to surround yourself with what's going to better you and make yourself be a better person, like you said, a book or going to a conference. So I think it just depends on what you're working on, if you're working on yourself or if you're working on your business.
No, absolutely. And that's why I kind of mentioned the whole book, podcast and stuff. Even though you might not be in physical, like they might not be right here. I always in my head used to listen to Oprah and the Marie Forleos and just Brene Brown's, different people. And I'm like, these are my people right here.
Right.
Feeling their information in your ears more than the critics out there, as we were talking about earlier, the people that are giving you positive criticism but aren't building anything themselves. So,
absolutely.
Mikaela, what about you?
I think it's 100% necessary to surround yourself with like-minded people. I love my circle, and you can have multiple. I think it's also important to acknowledge that you can have multiple circles, and you have to understand what situation you can bring that circle to. So my close circle, I know these are my supporters. I know this is my go-to. I know they will have my emotional interest, my physical interest, everything at my overall best interest at heart. However, when it's time to go and network and go be in business, that's a different circle. And that's okay. And it doesn't mean that you leave those people behind. I think a lot of the times people become confused with that when they start achieving certain levels of success. And other people start to feel like they're being left behind. But it's not necessarily that I'm leaving you behind. It's just that you're not going where I need in order to grow. But you still need those people. They're super important. And filling your mind, starting your day with something positive, retraining and reprogramming your brain to attack the day with I'm going to be successful mentality. I'm going to go to the Minding My Business conference. I'm going to buy my ticket today, no matter what. That's the kind of mentality that you should start your day with. So me personally, I listen to Les Brown, The Greatness Within You. I've probably listened to it 9 to 10 times already, all the way through. It's about 7 hours. It's on Amazon, Audible, if you guys want to listen. But in chapter 3, he says that even airplanes require the resistance of air in order to fly. And I just think that's so vital because on the way up, I think we do face a lot of struggles and resistance from people that support you that are in your circle, and they're just not able to support you. But in order to fly, you need that resistance because it's going to push you to a point of uncomfortability, which is going to take you to the next level.
What do both of you do when you have criticism come your way? Like, how do you take it? How do you process it? How do you use it to fuel you? Or what does it do? Does it knock you down?
To me, honestly, it depends on the person that's giving me the criticism. If I know, if you're giving me criticism about my business and I know you don't have a business, or I don't know if I'm going to let you give me that negative energy. I'm just being honest. But like one of my mentors, Linda Clemens, this is what she does. She helps people build their business. If she gives me constructive criticism, I'm going to take it. You know what I mean? Because she has been through this. She knows exactly what to do to get you where you need to be. So if it's another person that, is working towards what I'm working towards and you want to give me constructive criticism, I'm totally open. I would never be, want to reject that. But if you're not in that lane, I don't need the negative energy.
Yes, I think that's the key. That's the whole point. Just do not listen to others that are outside of your lane, because those people will detract you from getting to your life's purpose. They will detract you from being successful and going after all the different things that you want to achieve. And I don't know. I think Kristy said that was really the nail. You just can't. How I deal with criticism now is much better that I've taken Meg's course on knowing myself.
See?
Bulletproof, okay. I tend to react. That's my issue. I used to just react, no matter if it was positive or negative. You're going to get an immediate reaction. However, some criticism and things that people take, because people's perception is their truth. Yep. So you do need to take in when people do say things about you, how am I giving you that perception? And what kind of things do I do? And what can I control in order to change the narrative? So I think that's always important. Constructive criticism. I'm always taking constructive criticism now. I think that that's the only way to be better. If no one tells you that it sucks, and then you go and pitch your idea to Shark Tank and they tell you that it sucks on national TV, I mean, how would you feel? So
right.
listen to everybody and then just not be so prideful. Sometimes you need to step aside and understand that everything is not going to go your way and you're not always right about everything. And it's okay to be wrong. And it's okay to be wrong. And I'm still working on that. Okay. But it is definitely okay to be wrong. And there's other efficient ways to do.
Something I heard this morning that was like, oh, I was listening to a podcast while I was working out this morning and it like stopped me in my tracks. I paused it. I walked over to Derek and I was like, babe, listen to this. Like, this is just awesome. And these are like the little shifts. But it said shame is control. And I was like, ooh, because think about when someone's trying to shame you into elevation or shame you because of the person you're dating or shame you because of your faith or shame you, whatever it is, they're trying to control you. And so like, to me, it was like such a moment because it's like, truth, that's what it is. You can lead by example. You can tell people, you can show people the event, you can show people growth-minded strategies and all these different things, but you can't shame them into doing it. They have to want to do it. Just like someone can't shame you into changing what you are or who you are. And I was just like, man, that was so powerful. So we talked about the outside criticism. And Kristy, you're going to know this even more just because you've been in business for 15 years. But Mikaela, I know you know it too because we work together. What do you do when the criticism is coming from inside of you, not from the outside critics? This is the one that we got to tame.
So for me, when the criticism is coming from inside, that is just like setting me on fire. It is so motivating to me because if I have to have a talk with myself and like, hey girl, you're slacking on this, like it's a wake-up call and it just motivates me to, hurry up and make those changes and work hard on that. So to me, that's the best motivation for me when I come to a self-realization like, okay, you're messing up or you're slacking in this area. Let's get it together. I'm ready to go.
Yes, I love that. Mikaela, what about you?
As you know, when you guys go through Bulletproof You, because if you come to the conference, guys, Meg is going to talk all about this, but she's the self-sabotage expert, okay, and helping you get out of your own way. So when you start that negative talk, that self-doubt from within, I'm gonna go back to sleep. Like I'm just gonna go back to sleep and wake up and start again. Because like why I should never feel that way. And so I think I always just go back to affirmations and just knowing my strengths and not beating myself up for something that happened yesterday or living in my past. Like wake up every day with a chance to be new, learn from those mistakes. And then sometimes you do just have to talk to yourself and you're gonna look crazy. And I do it all the time. I know I be looking crazy. I talk to myself in my car, on the way to the grocery store. Like, girl, what are you doing? Like, you know, you're not even supposed to be spending money on this. Let's go over here. Like, just even small self-talk that you have to have with yourself every day because other people aren't going to change that inner voice. It's you personally have to work on it and consistently tell yourself that those thoughts and those negative things about those aren't true. It's just a kind of construct that you've come up with to make yourself feel less than. And it's not healthy, okay, at all. All types of things happen from that. So just remember just filling your mind with positive affirmations, just reminding yourself that you are the queen that you are. Fix your crown if you need to, and keep it pushing. And if you need to go back to sleep and try it again because your attitude was stank when you woke up, do that. Do that. Yep. I promise you those 5-10 minutes will be life-changing throughout the rest of the day.
Yes. And I think that that's sometimes what we want to do over and over and over again is we want to do more and more and more. We want to have more and more, and we want all the things. And it kind of almost becomes a greedy mentality, even though that may not be in our heart because we feel like we're not enough. So we need more to be our true selves, when in all reality, I am. That's a complete sentence. That's a period. That's a showstopper. You are fine. But it's things like this where you're going to surround yourself with people that may just be a little bit further than you, or may be able to say, hey, yo, like, look over there. There's a pothole. Go around it. Don't do what I did.
Right.
And that's the power of having all ages at the same. You know, I think that in all businesses, having all different, or people that may not even have a business yet, but want to one day be a business. But the thought of that is like, oh, you know, you may be able to inspire someone to just take the plunge and, you know, start the first step. And, you know, I think that that's something that I know that you guys have had some, not struggles, but people have asked a lot of questions. Mikaela, you told me that some people want to do it, but they're not sure if it's for them. So can you give us an idea of what to expect without giving all the surprises away?
Yeah, absolutely. We can give you what to expect. Not only, I mean, it's a brunch. So first and foremost, I keep getting questions about that too. It is a brunch, so we are feeding you. You will get fed. There is food. So we can just knock that point out real quick. But it's for any woman that just wants to be better. Honestly, when you've been in a pandemic, we've all been going through the same thing. There's not one person, it might be a little bit different, but we are all going through the same exact crises together. Okay. So when you're in the pandemic, you know, you go into this place of panic, and when you're panicking, I got this from my mentor and aunt, Linda Clemens. But when you're in the pandemic, you go into a place of panic, and then when you're in panic, you can't think.
Yep.
Because of the fact that you can't think, you're not able to move. You can't function correctly. You're everything, every small thing is going to start to feel like 100 things. You know, one bill piles up, another bill piles up. You're constantly in the state of fear, and that doesn't allow you to progress. So when I feel as if this conference is allowing women to come out of that place of panic, to pause and really understand what you are meant to do, that it doesn't always have to be like this. You don't always have to be broke. If you're hanging around 5 broke people, like, you're going to be number 6. So you got to move and you have to pivot. And so this event is going to allow you to kind of pivot in the right direction, be around uplifting women, positive women, just hearing it. If you don't have a business, that's okay. That's 100% okay. Because it doesn't mean that we're never knocking the 9 to 5. We love multiple sources of income. Multiple revenues is always important. But when you have something that you're passionate about and that you love, don't put that on the back burner. You should explore. You owe it to yourself to explore that and let God's kind of purpose move through you. So I think that for any woman who just wants to start a business, you want to hear about your business, you want to grow your business, there might even be people that you just want to meet in the city. And another really cool thing, a lot of the women that are attending that have bought tickets are not from Indianapolis, Indiana. They are not even from here.
That's awesome.
Yes, we have one lady who we have a vendor who wants to drive here from Atlanta. We have women that are in Chicago that are calling me and wanting to come and be a part. Cleveland, Ohio, like, these people, these are women from different states that want to come to our city to be a part of it. And I just think that Indianapolis has to show up and show out, and we really have to show what kind of entrepreneurship we have here, and just really be a force. Know that we're a force to be reckoned with. We are women battling in this together. But as indie women, okay, we are out here too, and we can do it just as well as any other state. So don't be afraid to come just because you think that there's going to be people that you don't know. That's what makes it fun.
Okay, so I think what you'll get or you'll take away from attending the event is, first off, we just want to have a good time. Like Mikaela said, we're going to take good care of you. It is a brunch event. We will be serving mimosas for those who like that. But just to get out, have a good time, be around other like minded women. If you're starting a business, or if you've been in business 15 years, you can always network with new people to add to, your portfolio. So if you need someone for this, or you need to refer someone for that, that's where your network comes in. So you'll be able to build your network. If you don't know how to network, we're going to teach you how to network there. We have some awesome, amazing speakers. Meg is one of them. So the speakers are going to inspire you, motivate you, give you a couple tips to take away. You never know what you'll get from a networking event. I attended one once, and one of the speakers just gave me one little bitty tip on how to change my Instagram. And it was a test, and she had us all do it at the same time within an hour. I had just random people liking and following me. So you never know what free information you're going to take away, because we're going to make sure we have plenty of tips for you that you can immediately take away and help build your business. For those of you who like to shop, we will have some vendors there. We'll have a variety. It's kind of exclusive to 1 to 2 type of vendors per the event. And like I said, it's just really something that's going to motivate you, that you can just get up, build your business. If you want different types of businesses, you're going to meet women here that can make it happen. This is also like a baby step to introduce you to another event that both of our mentor, Linda Clemens, does, which is much, much more in detail with growing your business. It's a much bigger day-long event, and they go more in detail with different people with specific subjects that you sit with them for a period of time, and they, give you tips or give you options where they can help you build your business. So our event is kind of like just a little baby event, and compared to that, so we want to warm you up just to prepare you for the next bigger step to where you can ultimately grow your business. And with that event, as Mikaela said, most of the women that attend, they are coming from all over the country. We're just really trying to motivate and hype up the Indianapolis crowd, so we can take care of our women here and make sure no one is missing out on this good information. But a lot of people see the value in these networking events, and like I said, you just have to invest in yourself and your time.
Yes. 100%. Your network is equivalent to your net worth. So always remember that. Even if you don't feel like there's anything else that you're going to gain out of this, networking never hurt anybody. And also, the tickets are still $25 off today, y'all. $25 off today. So, make that extra step, make that investment. If that's cutting back some Starbucks to invest in yourself, if that's, getting the great value silverware over the name brand, whatever you gotta do, okay, scrape these coins, because this is something that's going to push you. And I don't think Indianapolis has seen anything quite like this yet. So we are so excited.
And one added benefit of being a vendor at our event is not only are you getting to sell your product or network with other women, you're also listening to these speakers, and you're there at the event to take away things to build your business as well. What event do you go to where you're a vendor and you also get a brunch that comes with that? So it's a win-win all the way around.
Mikaela, of course you didn't have food. That's
I mean, I like to eat. I don't understand. I know people have confused me with being skinny. You think I'm small. Like, I don't eat. I throws down. Okay. So
yeah,
not
no hangers.
It ain't no orange with some juice and a cookie. You're gonna get a little bit more than that, okay? Just know that we've invested into this event in order to produce the most spectacular experience for you. So this is our time, our energy, our networking abilities, pulling our sponsorships and trying to create the best possible experience for you. So if anything that you can learn, you could take away, just understand that the reasoning behind this and the why behind this is through love and upliftment. So There, you cannot go wrong getting your tickets.
No.
Oh, there's still $25 off.
So who all, I know there's 4 speakers, and then I think both of you guys are presenting too.
Mm-hmm.
What are their names and what are they speaking on?
Okay, so there are tentatively like 5 speakers, but there's like 4 speakers, but it's kind of cool. You're just gonna get a wealth of information, but obviously our first speaker is Meg Church, the
Oh, I'm
self.
the first one? I thought it was the second one.
You're probably second, but like we're going down the list of like names alphabetically. It's gonna be Meg, it's gonna be first. So one of our speakers, okay, Meg Church. She is the self-sabotage expert. She's going to be, doing her thing. I'll let her even go into her spiel just a little bit more. But our second speaker is Miss Alenia Moore, founder of More Life Speaks. She is dedicated. I mean dedicated to helping empowering young women. She works with ages, I think 7 to like 30 or 7 to 18, like really just young women, and helping them understand their purpose, helping them understand the importance of loving yourself and just who you are, especially during a time where our world is so racially divided. Just being comfortable with the skin that you're in and owning it and loving it. Then we also have Miss Jacina Kendrick, who specializes in business insurance. So you guys, that's super, super important. Because being a life insurance agent, I could tell you the importance of insurance all day, but I'm not going to do that. However, business insurance, if you guys were in an area where there were riots, if you were in an area where there was looting, business insurance is one of the things that are going to help with that. I saw a lot of people on Facebook like, oh, don't worry about the windows. Like, you got insurance. Well, you're right. The big companies do have insurance, but smaller businesses, your information is proprietary to you. That is important. That's something to be insured. Like that's one of our biggest assets that we have. So making sure that all your ducks are in a row for that. And then she also has opened her own insurance agency. So she started as just a little itty bitty agent and grew it to something where she is the agency owner. So that is incredible. So you guys will get to hear her story as well. And then last but not least, in some way for fashion, we will be hearing from Tresene Atkins, who is a business lawyer. Her degree in law is just going to help you kind of understand your patents, understand trademarks, understand contract agreements. I learned a lot about contracts and reading through those and writers and things like that. So there's a lot of parts that we miss because we get so excited and we want to start our business, but we don't necessarily take care of the business side. There's the paperwork side. It's lovely to have a vision, but you also at some point have to file taxes. And so that is really, really important when starting your business and, making sure you're not copywriting anybody. There's all different types of things. So we just need to make sure that we're secure on all fronts. But I'm so excited for you guys to learn from the speakers. Like, Meg, what will, like, if you want to give them like a little sprinkle, a little dash, like, what are you going to be hitting our girls with at the conference?
So as soon as Mikaela asked me to do this, I was already pumped and like my brain was spinning, and I sent her messages about what I was going to do, and then I created something. And the topic is going to be called The Breakthrough. And I'm going to walk you through 3 steps, 3 easy steps that you can use in business, you can use in relationships, you can use with that inner critic that goes on in your head, you can use it with outer critics. And I'm not gonna give all the details, but I'll just tell you the 3 steps, and you got to come to the conference to hear like the details, because I can't give it all away. But the first one is we're gonna go through the battle. It's the hard part. Then the harder part, we're gonna go through the breakup. Which that part I'll have to explain a little bit more in detail in person. And then the final piece is become, and that's like the empowering, getting 1% better every day. Super pumped because it really does apply to anything in life. And I think that if you're going to come and learn something, this is going to be that thing that hopefully you can get a mind and a brain breakthrough that can really help elevate you and like let you soar.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you
I
two have
wish we could say more, but we can't about everything that it has. But the gift, y'all, the gift, next level, like next
it's
level.
so cute. It's so cute. And like I said, Kristy, I'm gonna send it to you right after this.
Okay.
Mikaela got sent it yesterday.
Okay.
Do either of you have any last minute advice, last little tidbits? I know when I did this with Mikaela before, she said 3 things. You went into your Mikaela-isms.
My last minute advice would just be that take something away from 2020 that's going to be good. We've had a horrible year, so do something with it that you can make your next year, you know, more prosperous and better for you. And like we've been saying through the whole live, and that's investing in yourself, investing in your business, and just keep going. Don't let anyone tear you down. Stay motivated and just keep going and just come out. Enjoy the day with us. Like she said, we have the discount tickets that are still on sale. You might want to grab those while you can. And it's definitely going to be an event that you'll enjoy.
Yeah, I think that my only K-ism that I have today is just quit cheating yourself and being cheap. Like I'm saying, I think that when you want to enter into a level of excellence and you want to begin to walk into your power, your destiny, you have got to stop equating that with dollar signs.
Yes.
We did not do this conference to take your money. I'm going to say that again. We did not throw this conference to take your money. 100%. Every dime, every penny is going back into the conference. It was never going to, just be some type of money machine. I mean, everybody loves to make money. I mean, we're business owners. Like, we like to make money. But this conference is not that, guys. You're cheating yourself when you go, oh my gosh, a ticket's $50. Yeah, and so is that weave. So is them clothes. So is the Fashion Nova cart. Guys, like, ladies, there is so much else in the world that will inspire you and uplift you. And I just think that we just need to be mindful. If we have women that are driving 6 hours to be here for this day because they know and recognize the importance and the value of investing in themselves. So I just want our ladies, especially here in the city, to come out and show them that Indianapolis knows how to invest in ourselves. We know how to level up and we know how to take accountability to go to the next level. So that's all I got. Don't be cheap. Don't cheat yourself. Come on out. Sunday, October 11th.
I think if you feel scared too, that when there's a will, there's a way. You will find a way. If you truly, truly want to have a ticket there or in anything in life, you will find a way. $50 isn't that much money. We waste money all the time if you haven't gotten control over it yet. And Mikaela, I know when you invested in my Bulletproof, you didn't have it yet, but you figured out a plan and you made it happen. And so I think that having that mindset of I can't afford, it needs to shift. I can't afford anything. I got to find the way. I got to find the money. I got to find go babysit someone right now. Like, you know how many parents want babysitters that are COVID to watch their kids? You can make your ticket 3 times over in a night. So don't let the excuses hold you back from being at this event. If you truly want to go, find the money. You are going to get so much more back. I know it. I know these two powerhouses are going to put on a show and it's fun. And I'm so grateful to be a part of it, and I'm so grateful to meet everybody live. So yeah. Yay. Well, thank you guys both for being on here. I hope this was fun. I hope everybody gets something out of it. And once we share this, you can put all the information down at the bottom too for where they can get tickets. So
100%. Right. Duh.
Did you say?
It's Eventbrite. You can type in that, but we'll link it below because the name is kind of long. So I got you.
Yeah. We'll link it. I'm not on that level yet. All right. Well, thank you, ladies, so much. I appreciate both of you. Bye.
Bye.